Hello, I'm Adam White. Welcome to Spring TV on sport927.com.au. We're at Flemington this morning, just days out from the Melbourne Cup Carnival, with a number of key chances over the Carnival, having a real serious hit out this morning at Flemington on the course proper ahead of the big 4 days. We're going to concentrate on two stables this morning, the Luca Cumani stable and also the Lloyd stable. We'll start with Luca Cumani because Purple Moon made the trip out from Sandown this morning to have a look at Flemington. Damien Oliver also made the trip out here because he'll be aboard on Tuesday, so he wanted to have a little bit of a feel for Purple Moon himself as he worked over about 1,400 metres, certainly quickening over the last 600. Luca Cumani spoke to the media after the work of Purple Moon and he was very happy. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, very happy. He did everything I asked him. I didn't want to do too much. I just wanted him to stretch his legs a little bit and get a bit of a puff, and he did that with a minimum of fuss.
What was your first thoughts when you came out here and had a look at him, how he settled in?
Yeah, good. I saw him two days ago for the first time and he looked good. And Francesca's done a very good job with him and has produced him so far in good shape. I hope I don't mess him up in the next week.
You had a look at the run in the Caulfield Cup. What was your thoughts on that?
Well, it was just that we were a bit unlucky. We had a bad barrier draw and we were out of position from the beginning, and it was difficult to make up all that ground, and it was also difficult to find a passage through so many horses, and indeed he was too far back coming into the straight, and then he ran into trouble in the first part of the straight, and when he saw daylight he ran on well. From
what Francesca and your wife tells you, how much improvement has he taken out of the Caulfield Cup?
Difficult to judge just like that. It'd be nice if I could say, oh, well, he's improved 7 pounds or 3 kilos or whatever, but it's difficult to say. All I can tell you is I'm happy with the horse.
You've had a look at the opposition. What are your confidence levels heading into next week?
I think the opposition is tough. I think coming halfway around the world to win one of the greatest races in the world is difficult, and but I think I got the right horse to try and do it. I'm not going to say we will do it, but we'll certainly give it a good shot.
Have you got any thoughts as to who the main dangers are in your mind?
I think Master O'Reilly ran very well the other day when he won the Caulfield Cup. He won it very well. I was very impressed with the style of his win, and I think he'll be a serious contender and a serious horse, difficult horse to beat.
Can you give us some kind of line on the fellow internationals, the Europeans?
With difficulty, I think Mahler is a very good 3-year-old. He's a good 2-mile horse. Tungsten Strike is a consummate professional. Again, a good 2-mile horse. I think my horse has possibly got a little bit of a better change of gear than those two. But as you know, you need a lot of luck in running as well, and depends on whether we get a good position in a truly run race, whether we can accelerate and whether we get there first.
Damien Oliver sat on him for the first time this morning. What was his report to you?
He said he was very pleased. He felt good. He said that it was important for him to get to know the horse, and he's looking forward to next Tuesday.
Will you be looking to try and get a bit closer settling in the Melbourne Cup?
Yes, a lot depends again on the draw. You know, if we're drawn 24, then it's going to be difficult. If we're drawn anywhere between 1 and 12, then it's going to be easier.
You won most of the world's major races. What would it mean to you to win the Melbourne Cup?
A lot. It would mean really a lot because it's one of the world's greatest races. It's the other side of the world. A lot of preparation and thought and anticipation goes into it. And as I said, it's one of the biggest targets that any trainer can shoot for, so it would mean a lot.
So that was Luca Cumani there talking to the media this morning. What about Lloyd Williams? It looks like he's going to have 3 genuine chances in the Melbourne Cup with Zipping, Gallic and also Efficient. They all worked very early this morning before the cameras caught them going around at Flemington. This is what Lloyd Williams had to say about the 3 of them. Most talk about Efficient because he was so disappointing in the Cox Plate. Can he back up and go well on Saturday in the McKinnon and then going into the Melbourne Cup?
Lloyd, Efficient this morning, did some solid work?
Yes, he did. He went 1,400 and home his last 3, I suppose. And he pretty serious work. He worked with a horse called Completion, which will be running on a Cup day. He worked well.
What did you make of his run in the Cox Plate?
Pretty disappointing. That's how I made of it.
Since then, you've had a look at the replay, no doubt.
I can't move him forward in the replay.
You come to any conclusions as to why he's below par?
No, I haven't got any reason for it. You know, he'd worked well at Moonee Valley the week before on the Saturday prior to the Cox Plate, and no excuses for him whatsoever.
Yesterday you tried something a little bit different to
Yeah, we're used to doing, you know, just popped him over a few logs, you know, to brighten him up a bit. But, you know, whether that helps him or not, but he worked well this morning.
And let's talk about the others. Gallic, what a marvellous win.
Yeah, he's terrific. Yeah, he was out here exercising this morning. He's in very good order. Pulled up well from the Moonee Valley Cup. He's just a grand old horse. You know, he's He's the horses that you dream about, having a horse like Gaelic.
And Zipping, he ran on very well.
Yeah, he was out here. He's just been on the track here this morning. He wasn't looking to do anything this morning. He was really out just here to exercise. But he's in good order. He'll run on Saturday in the McKinnon. Danny Nicholic will ride him. Probably Efficient will run in the McKinnon as well. And Gaelic will stay home.
At this stage, you're renowned for your punting and your form now. So, would you say is the number one out of your three for the Melbourne Cup?
I'll wait till after the weekend, I think, and tell you then.
And jockey-wise, what's the situation?
Well, Dan Nicholic will ride Zipping, and Stephen Arnold will either ride Gaelic or Efficient, and Michael Rod will ride the one that Steve's not riding.
So he'll make up his mind after Efficient runs.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
And blinkers off, were you saying?
Yeah, blinkers off Efficient. Yeah, we've tried him with his blinkers, and he certainly was disappointing on Saturday. So he worked well in the blinkers, but he certainly didn't run well.
So after Saturday's Cox Plate meeting, are you more or less confident of winning the Cup?
No, well, I'm just about where I was, I think. It's very hard to win the Melbourne Cup. I try every year, so it's not an easy race to win. So, you live in hopes.
Who's the one to beat, do you think?
Oh, I think probably on the surface of it, Purple Moon looks the one to beat. But, I'd love to, if I can't win the Cup, I'd love to see Danny O'Brien win it with Master O'Reilly.
Okay, that's Lloyd Williams. They're just going through those jockey engagements again for the weekend. You're going to have Zipping ridden by Dan Nicholic on Saturday in the McKinnon Stakes, then again in the Cup on Tuesday. Steve Arnold gets the choice of either Efficient or also Gaelic. He'll make that decision after Saturday's McKinnon Stakes, with Efficient going round in the McKinnon before a decision's made on Tuesday. And then, of course, Gaelic's the other one. And Michael Rod is in the frame there. He'll get the third pick of the three Williams stable horses going into the Melbourne Cup. That's it for this morning. We'll be back here again at Flemington on Thursday as we continue our look ahead towards the big Melbourne Cup Carnival. Specific focus on the Derby on Thursday. We'll talk to Nigel Blackiston and also Danny O'Brien ahead of Saturday. But for now at Flemington, that's it for today.